Hey, I'm looking for the guy who owns the black Street Glide. Oh yeah, that's my black Street Glide. I also have a black Street Glide. The black Street Glide is mine too. If you want to be original, you gotta own a black Street Glide. All right, let's get to the video. What's up guys, I'm Sean from Srkcycles. This video is brought to you by Rockform. The best thing about Rockform is that it uses the phone's case as the mounting point and not something else that you stuck on the side of your phone. It's probably the most secure way I've ever seen to mount your phone on your motorcycle. When you go to rockform.com, use promo code Srkcycles25 to get 25% off your order. And this is a 2011, the rarest Harley-Davidson Street Glide that is not black, it is orange. I know it's blowing your mind away that this thing's not black. It is orange and it's awesome looking. Now, since the inception of the Street Glide, which is FLHX, if you were wondering what like the letters that represent the Street Glide are, FLHX. FL is like the touring line. I don't know what the other stuff stands for. Since that came out in 2006, it has been Harley-Davidson's #1 best-selling motorcycle. The Street Glide is also incredibly good at holding its value. In 2011, this bike was just under $20,000, and in 2020, this bike is still worth $14,000 with just over 10,000 miles on it. That means that if you had bought this in 2011 and you were going to sell it right now, it would have only cost you about $37 per month to have owned this motorcycle. Now, in terms of the Street Glide, less is more. Let's talk about why the Street Glide is such a popular motorcycle. Now, you can see it's very similar to its cooler brother. This is the cooler brother. This is the older brother, the Ultra Classic. Except the biggest difference is it just has less stuff. It does not have the tour pack on the back. It's got less chrome on it, although you would think everyone likes chrome. It doesn't have this stuff on the front. It's missing these lights. It's just kind of a stripped down version of this. And instead of pinstriping, has all solid colors. And it also features the classic Street Glide side mirrors. Instead of the mirrors coming up here and shooting out, they're just right there connected to the fairing. And in this situation, you would have paid less from the factory of buying this, about $1,000 less, and this would have more value than the Ultra would, a decade later. So the Street Glide has kind of solidified itself as being the young man's Harley-Davidson. Not just the young man's, the young, responsible man's Harley-Davidson. You're responsible enough that you can like grab a carton of milk, but you're not getting you're not getting all your groceries from it. You're responsible enough that you got a windshield while you drive, but you could still blast Metallica, at like decibels that even Metallica fans are kind of annoyed about. You're responsible enough that you can have a passenger on the back and be kind of comfortable, but you don't want them to be too comfortable. In 2011, the Street Glide came with a 96, it was one of the last years of the 96 cubic inch twin cam motor, great engine. I've seen these things do well over 100,000 miles. Also came with, of course, the 6-speed gearbox, along with every Street Glide since 2007 came with a 6-speed gearbox, and also factory ABS. So just like on the Ultra Classic, but unlike the Harley-Davidson Road Glide, the front fairing is connected to the forks, so they move with the forks. And if the regular Street Glide is not enough chrome and power for you, maybe you want to check out the CVO Street Glide, which is going to come with a 110 engine, custom paint job, and all the chrome you could possibly think of. They took all the chrome out of the book and threw it on those bikes. Enough talking, let's just ride the thing. All right guys, let's do the words of wisdom. What is that? Psalm 19:2. How blessed are those who observe his testimonies, who seek him with all their heart. There is something nice. There is something really nice about jumping on a nice, well, properly modified, clean looking Street Glide. This thing just feels great. I guess that's a Bluetooth adapter. Oh wait, what is that? Let's pull out. How is that mounted in there? It's got a Bluetooth adapter in there, that's pretty cool. The bike only has 10,000 miles on it. Amazing, it's got upgraded speakers. It feels great. I really do, I do like these bikes. And just with those subtle little changes, they do make the bike, in most people's opinion, just look cooler. I guess cooler depending on what you're going for. I do like that, stripped down look. I'm not a big fan of pinstripes. On an Ultra Classic, it's pretty normal to see some guy get custom pinstripes put on the bike. You know what I mean? I don't like it. that's definitely an older generation thing, you know, 65 and up. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. These are very comfortable bikes to ride. Now, when you're not used to riding a big bike, you have to get used to just the fact that you're wielding a much larger motorcycle. I don't notice it anymore. There are heavier feeling bikes in the Street Glide, like significantly heavier feeling. Like the Ultra Classic feels heavier. We just drove we just had a Vulcan 2000, which definitely felt heavier. Although sometimes the feeling of weight is not the same as actual weight. A bike can be heavier, but feel lighter than another bike, because it's all about how it feels in your hand and then the balance of it. And that's not while you're riding. It's not the balance of it while you're moving. It's the balance of it while you're lifting the bike up off the kickstand. All bikes feel light when you're driving. These are the stock handlebars. They're very comfortable. And the general ergonomics of riding these bikes, your knees are at a 45-degree angle, just sitting right down. Of course, you got the heel toe shifter. If you want to, you know, be a little more kicked back, then what you do is you just put highway pegs on here. You can put them up here, or you put them on the side. This is one of the most perfect. This is like the perfect weather for riding motorcycles. Slightly cool in the morning. You know, you have a jacket on, you just feel perfect, and it's going to get warmer throughout the day. Guys, if you guys are not out riding bike, you got to get out. It's so nice outside. It's nice that you never actually have to take your hands off the handlebars. You turn cruise control on, then you start working the cruise control stuff. Accessories is for like something extra, auxiliary lights or something like that. But most of the controls you can manage right here, especially the radio controls. Turn it down, press it in to change the station. It's also very common for the seal on the brake reservoir to start leaking and then start to bubbles the paint. This one looks perfect. That is a smooth running motorcycle. I like what they did with the pipes. I can't stand when the pipes are too obnoxiously loud and you really can't hear if your bike's running properly anymore. This is just a nice, good, smooth sound. These things are broken off. We'll probably end up taking them off. These tea bags. This bike has a lot of Arlen Ness stuff on. It looks real nice. Very classy. Now the Street Glides all came with a much lower windshield, where the Ultra Classics windshield would be like closer to up here. I wear a full face helmet. It doesn't make any difference. What this does a great job at blocking the wind from hitting my chest. If you're wondering what these hooks are down here, I don't know if you can see them. These hooks down here, people mount them for strapping down their motorcycle. I think that's a bad way to strap down your motorcycle. It is nice that there's hooks on there, but the strap sprung weight down on your bike, I think it can be harmful for the suspension. And there's also some other reasons where you're compressing the suspension down so much just to get it to feel tight and secure. You can also damage your fender from the headlight hitting it. I've seen it hundreds of times, people doing it the wrong way or compressing it down too much. We actually, when we transport our bikes, we use tank straps and we run them. Now tank is in like the military, like not like tank is in this. Tank straps is like military grade straps, and we actually strap them from the lower forks. It's by far the best way to do it. You can buy those tank straps on the tankstrap.com or bikesandbeardsgear.com. This thing just cruises so nice. Now it's not smooth like a Goldwing. Nothing smooth like a Goldwing. You still have that rumble. You still know you're riding a Harley-Davidson. You still have that sound. But it is a nice, it's type of rumble like a, you know, this is not like, but you know, imagine like a diesel engine that just kind of calms you down, soothes you to sleep, you know. It's got that same effect. And it's not black. Man, I like this bike. Because it's got floorboards, you know, when you get low on a corner, you're gonna grind a little bit. That's just the life of having comfortable floorboards. All right, guys, that wraps up this video. This bike is for sale at Srkcycles.com. we can ship this bike. Look at that. Is that another Street Glide? Another non-black Street Glide. Ooh, me and that guy need to stick. Is that a Street Glide? Yeah, it is. Me and that guy need to stick together. All right, guys, remember, it is not what you're riding, but where are you going. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and click notifications.